We're good. What? Oh, hey guys.
The introduction.
Oh, you want me to do it this time?
I just said do it.
Oh, okay. Well,
You silly goose.
welcome to episode 10 of part 2 to Middle Ground. We have Dimitri with us today. He's a little artist. Well, he does a lot of stuff, from what I remember. But he's been a friend of us since we kind of grew up. And yeah. So Dimitri, tell us a little about what you do. I can't speak.
What I do. So, I'm a human. I go to school. I'm a student.
What you majoring in?
Fashion merchandising.
That's right.
Retailing.
Are you still doing clothes and shit?
So I've on and off. Like I haven't released anything like over a year and a half, probably closer to 2. But still definitely a passion of mine. But like I have one prototype of a shirt and then another of a hoodie that I've been working on.
Okay.
I'll release it when the time's right. It's not my main priority at the moment.
When did you start doing that? I forgot. Like, what was it? Like
Clothes?
9th grade?
Clothes?
When we started Poor Souls, like posting and everything.
That was
like
sophomore year of high school.
That was
So,
sophomore?
I was 16. We were
You was
16.
young. Yeah. Bro, I remember when you first made it. I was like, oh, okay, this is new. And I just saw people that like back then that like we knew but like didn't really talk to in school, like wearing the shirts. I'm like, oh shit, so shit is popping off. But I noticed because you haven't been doing a lot of clothes. You've been doing more videos. How's that been?
Yeah, videos is definitely the main thing, it's going really well. It's probably why it's been the main thing.
No, I see you hustling. I always enjoy when we have our little Discord chats and we're always talking about like what you've been working on, what you've been up to.
I joined your Discord the other day, and all I heard was like Jesse yelling in the background. So I laughed. I was like, Ryan, are you here?
Didn't I? Yeah, no,
Ryan?
I was bugging you that day to come hang out, but I don't know. I went to go do some other shit. But fucking
That's why I don't just join his Discord channel. It's just like an Xbox, right? You're in a party with Ryan, he just disappears out of nowhere. You
gotta at me in chat, bro.
No, but sometimes
never at my
Ryan,
desk.
you'll tell us to join something and you're not there.
You disappear for like long stretches of time.
Big Ryan,
Bro,
Ryan, I'll FaceTime him. Oh, I'm taking a shit.
Listen, bro.
Oh
Listen.
shit.
Okay, so you've been doing videos for a while now. I just watched the Majin's Wait For You video.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, it's probably one of my favorites. It's a different vibe. It's a slower song.
I've been finding all my new like underground shit from that playlist that you sent me.
Yeah.
So you've been putting me on without
I need
even knowing
his help
it.
with editing.
So,
I forget that you do all of that.
He made the fucking.
I know he made our animation, like our first the MiddleGround spinning thing. I just
Yeah.
upgraded our logo. I was gonna ask you honestly to reanimate it. I want to animate it a different way because we got a new logo now. Like,
You see this? You see the new shit? Peep the new shit.
Let's zoom in a little bit.
Oh, word. Yeah, I could. If it's like, yeah, that's way easier to animate. You had like, the first one you sent me, I had to like re-separate layers and then.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even know what
use,
the fuck that means,
I used
bro.
some like After Effects.
Good thing I put it in layers because I drew that out. That original one, I legit drew it out. And honestly, we made it in like a span of like 5-10 minutes. And I was like, this is our logo because we wanted to. I was like, oh, this is it.
Yeah.
And then that one, it took me like. Honestly, it looks really simple, but it took me like 2 hours to do because I just downloaded Photoshop again and I just went in because before I was using like Procreate to create all my logos.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, this is getting sickening. I don't want to have to create fonts out of scratch. Photoshop has them all.
I never used Procreate, but when I was like first starting to mess with graphic design in high school, I used Paint.net, which is like a free.
I think I used that.
It's terrible. It's literally so bad.
It is. And then I went to Adobe Illustrator.
Yeah,
and I used that for a little bit, which is actually pretty decent. But then I got Procreate. I like Procreate a lot for legit drawing, but
Yeah,
Photoshop
yeah.
I like for creating logos because it's so clean and crisp comparatively.
I feel you.
Do you know where Rob and Mark went?
Like today?
No, where are they?
Dude, they flew to like, I don't know if it was Anaheim, wherever they hold like gaming events now, but they flew there to catch an optic event, and then.
So they're in Nashville.
Maybe then, yeah.
Are they in fucking Nashville?
They
Because I
flew
know they
there.
went to the.
I want to go to Comic-Con.
You've never been?
Never been.
The Rhode Island one's kind of whack, but it's still a lot of fun.
Okay.
But if you go to New York, it's like train right away. It's the compared to like, other than San Francisco, it's the best one.
I heard that's usually where they're held at, right? Like the main ones.
Yeah, San Francisco. They always have like mad exclusive shit premiere there, like trailers and like different.
Yeah, because I have one nerdy uncle that I probably could go with, but he's so annoying. He knows what I'm talking about. He's gonna watch this and be like, because he acts like a dad with me. So if I go there, he's gonna be a dad. He's gonna try to get me drunk, and I don't want to be drunk. He acts like he's the uncle.
Wait, what's up with you me calling you to ask you if you want to hop on at 10:30 in the morning and you was already lit?
That's why you were calling me?
I was just checking in to see what you was doing. I'm getting ready for today.
I had a busy ass week. I shot like 4 videos this week. I've probably edited like another, probably like a total of 7 videos I've been working on like this week. And
7?
And then then
I need to sit down with you and watch you edit videos.
I sweat.
Bro,
I feel you.
My keyboard's soggy. Nah, but what were you asking? Oh, so I edited mad shit and I was like, I need to turn up. So I hit up Audrey, and went down to URI. And, it was we caught the parade for St. Patrick's Day, even though it's next week, and we started drinking at like 8 a.m. I was probably drunk by like 9, and I was drunk for the rest of the day. Ate 5 Guys, sobered up, and then drove home.
5 Guys, what an establishment. Sober when you drove, excellent.
Yeah, can you elaborate on 5 Guys?
No. I can't. Fuck it.
Oh wait, I wanted to ask you something.
Yeah.
Like, what did you always my first question actually is, did you always want to like do kind of like art and like, because I'm not as close to you as Ryan has been, right?
Yeah.
We've always been like mutual friends through Ryan because I've just known you. We're always there, and like I remember you being like class president and stuff like that. I never knew you were like an artist. I didn't know you like did all this in the background. I thought you was more of like just a smart good kid. I always knew you being super smart. I just never knew what you like did behind that. So like, what kind of like, first question is like, did you always want to do art, and then like, did you have a different dream before that to be like a firefighter or something completely different?
Okay, so first I wouldn't even consider myself artistic because it was more so like I didn't realize I liked creating in general until recently.
Okay.
It was more so I was almost like blindly doing it, like. I just had blind confidence making the clothes and like starting with the video stuff. I was like, yeah, it's fun, but I didn't consider the creative side. As far as like before that, when I was like a kid, like elementary school, I wanted to be like on the SWAT team. Like I wanted to like break down doors and fucking.
I could see
SWAT. And then that's probably just from like playing Call of Duty as a young age or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say that because that was your thing.
Yeah. But then I got like high school and I was like, I don't want to be a fucking cop. Fuck that.
No.
I want to be a lawyer.
That's kind of cool.
Before
like,
everything, was a lawyer because I like to argue. That's legit. I was like, I love arguing.
Like, I don't know. We need lawyers. We need lawyers to defend.
It's true. It's funny. I actually relate to you in the sense that like about the creativeness and not really because. Like when I first started doing like designs, remember I never actually produced the clothing like you did. I did it once.
I remember you starting and stuff.
But like I didn't start it because like I wanted to. My uncle was like, "Oh, why don't you just play around and make a design?" I was like, "Alright, yeah, cool." I played around and made a design. I was like, "Oh, this actually looks pretty dope." And then I started doing it, and I found I was like really good at like just making things look aesthetically pleasing. So I didn't like really consider myself like an artist at first. Like only in culinary arts, that's where I really was like, "This is my art." And then like over time I started making more and more designs. Like I feel like my art isn't like how other people's art's like based off some kind of like sometimes trauma or like some kind of like uniqueness. Mine's based off like I like really aesthetically pleasing and more like fashionable like art. And that's how I kind of started with it too. Like it wasn't necessarily like something like I was good at. I just became like kind of adapt to doing it, and I noticed I was like, oh wow, I'm like not that bad. Like I'm not something I'm saying like I'm not crazy good, but I was like, yo, I'm really not that bad. Like if you see, I'm gonna show you after the editing I did on this most recent video. Like from the beginning, I've been editing videos for like 6-7 months now. Like my editing is like streamlined. And literally, if you go through all my videos, it just gets better, and it's
that's
cool.
How it should be. Like you should, no matter what you're pursuing, you should be able to see progress, even if it's minimal, video to video. Canvas to canvas, whatever it is, podcast to podcast. So I definitely like I relate to that because like I've only been doing the videos stuff for like less than 2 years, and every video I just made sure that if there was one thing to improve, I improved it. but a lot of little changes eventually make a big difference.
And it's fun. It's becoming so fun. I don't know what it is about it. I can't even consider myself like an artist too when it comes to it. I'm very good at editing, like in a sense that like I can make something, like I've drawn, like half my designs I've drawn, like at first came out looking shit. And my editing is just good enough that I've learned to like adjust things and clean it up. I legit draw something real shitty and then I clean it up afterwards and I'm like, oh, that's it, and I post it.
I mean, even like a lot of what I've found success in, if I have, is like with editing VFX, but with like my own footage, if I do direct, I suck. Like I'm not good at shooting, but at least when I'm shooting, I know how I can finesse and post, and I'm editing in my head as I'm shooting, and then when I eventually edit, I'm like, okay, I know what I have to do.
It's kind of like a trial and error thing. One thing I learned from like doing this or like even streaming is like, not everything you're gonna make is a fucking banger or gonna be great.
Never.
So it's like, but like, that doesn't stop me from posting it though.
Yeah, and your standard gets better, Ryan.
Because allowing yourself to critique is really
good. And like with you, like you're saying, like your standard will start to get better. Like at first it's gonna be like all your shitty ones, you're gonna find one good one and be like, yo, I did great this one, right? And that great one is gonna become the minimum, and then eventually you're just gonna level up each great. All the shitties will become like they'll become good. You know what I'm saying? though? Like let's say like you edit 5 videos, one of them's really good. You learn from that video, you continued that same project, dropped all the shit that you did that was shitty in the other one, and then you leveled it up, and then you learned something new, and then you leveled it up each time. It's like a staircase.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about it.
It's been a long ass staircase.
Sometimes it's like that. You're taking baby steps, and then sometimes you're freaking jumping leaps. Like, it's crazy.
What did you ever do with that footage when we went to New Hampshire?
It's just sitting in a folder on my desktop.
Are you gonna do anything with it, or?
It took us 2 months to edit ours.
There just wasn't like a lot. Like I had.
Oh, we felt the same way. Don't worry.
Yeah, I don't know. I had like B-roll that was like cool. I don't know. Probably if I do like an end of year recap or something, I'll just. Cause I don't want to do like a lot of the time when people do recaps in like my niche, they'll do like highlight reels, kinda. Whereas I kind of want to make mine more of a.
What we just did,
more encapsulating, I guess.
Actually, is like, so you know the Mo show that we went to.
Yeah.
So, what we were planning to do is we went to that show, but 2 days before that we went to 2 different shows, and then the day after the Mo show we went to another one. So in total we did like 4 shows in 4 days, and we were gonna make like a little like collage of all 4 days.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some dope shit like that. But that's kind of what we wanted to do with the New Hampshire trip, but we felt like we couldn't get enough of it. But that doesn't take, because it was just like, I don't know, it was hard to record, especially going down the fucking hill.
Yeah, you can't really record while snowboarding.
No.
And then like our problem, I tell them this, I want to find someone who just records for us. Like
the cameraman?
Yeah, like because it's hard. Like David Dobrik and all of them. David Dobrik, he just holds a camera the entire fucking day, which I don't know how he finds himself fun. But yeah, like that's straight commitment. Like, but like I want to enjoy myself, right? So when we went to the New Hampshire trip, me and him are both trying to enjoy ourselves, but we like also were like, oh, we are obligated to record some of this. So like we'll record when we can, like when we're more bored and try to find interesting things. But like everyone was doing something different.
Yeah,
everybody. It's hard sometimes.
There's times too where I feel the same way, where I want to enjoy a moment and like really be there and not behind the lens, but at the same time, it's like you kind of just gotta make that sacrifice.
Yeah, how do you? I think one thing I'm having trouble with is like balancing out the two. It's like, oh, I want to have my self enjoyment off camera, and then I want to film. How have you like
kept that balance?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, I guess staying grateful for the most part. Like, for example, when I go to New York for like certain events and stuff, like I just kind of have to tell myself that it's not a vacation. I'm here for work.
Yep.
But like I don't know, I'm shooting music videos. People are passing to me and
things
things like that. So like at least I'm relaxed while doing it.
I was like, fuck, because even at the Mo show, bro, like when we were moshing in the middle, and I was like, yo, this kid brought the camera down here. I was like, I wouldn't, bro.
When it used to be a lot easier to mosh and record because I would have, like, I started out just only filming high-8 films, so, you know, if I broke one, I could go on eBay, buy another one for, like, $50 or something, but, yeah, with, like, my A7 IV, and I got all the shit on it and stuff, it's like, I just kind of gotta go. I gotta get in, get out, and just pray for it.
Yeah. No,
that's hard. That's hard. Do you ever want to get a cameraman just to record you and then edit the videos they do? Like, have you ever thought about that? Like to record, like, cause you're kind of creating a brand. Yeah, like you're creating like a brand for yourself where you're recording, making music videos, you're editing and stuff. Like, and like, what if you like had like your own like personal vlog, like where you had a cameraman going with you, like, oh, I'm about to go shoot this, or I'm about to go do this, then.
Yeah.
Is that ever something you wanted to do for yourself?
In the future, for sure, but I got such a way to go before that time comes.
Of course.
I will say like most directors, like once you get some budgets, they're not shooting their videos. You know, they have DPs and they have designated shooters to be doing their shooting, and they, you know, coordinate everything, do the treatments and whatever. And that's true within music videos, movies. Like Tarantino has rarely ever touched like his own camera when filming. You know, maybe like Reservoir Dogs or something like early, but I digress.
No, yeah. I noticed that you have to travel a lot with this shit.
Yeah,
you be
which
going,
is like the best part.
I remember if we're ever just talking in that group chat we have, and you'll just send photos and be like, oh, he's in New York, like it's just casual.
Yeah.
That's
out of all the different places you've been so far now, where has it been your favorite?
Okay, my favorite is New York. Like it's the best. We're a train ride away. You can go whenever. But the most fun I've ever had, Miami. Miami is stupid lit.
When did you go to? That's my fault. I'm thinking that's when we went to Orlando. When did you go to Miami?
2021. No, 2022. Wait. It was like November of 2021, I believe. Yeah, because that was because I have the so Ray Trill, if you know him, he's from Providence, but he's a rapper, great artist. He lives in Atlanta now, but anyway, he was opening for Ken Carson for Art Basel, and like Art Basel's a huge Miami, just mad creative shit going down. So we went there. We had like the night before snuck into like a private like Amine show, and like
that's when you met Eric Andre, right?
That's when I met Eric Andre. That's when I met Tana, and he was also opening for Ken the next day as well. And at the time, like he had some like buzz, but he wasn't that big, so it was cool just to like meet him. Just yo, I fuck with your work and all that. But yeah, it was really cool to just.
Oh, thank God, I was worried. I was like, yo, what if this wasn't recording?
That would have been silly. No, you're good.
No, you're good. Anyway, but yeah, so Miami was definitely the most fun. Seeing like an artist that I personally knew and like just was my boy, like opening for Ken was like super sick. And like Lone was there, and at the time too, like Lone wasn't that big, so like I got to like meet Lone and Ken. Converse with them and just like they were just normal, and now they're like fucking superstars or whatever. But
no, yeah, that's how I feel about Montana. He opened for me.
Yeah, Montana's
dude.
Right.
I don't know.
Like Montana 300 or something.
No,
I'm sitting here the whole time thinking, I'm like, yo,
yeah, he has no idea who these people are. I'm so sorry.
Nah, it's cool.
I'm like, yo, wait, he met I just didn't want to get excited. I was like, yo, did he really meet Montana 300? He keeps saying Tana. I'm like, yo, that'd be crazy.
Well, no, those are actually different people. So Tana's a different artist, but Montana 99 is this artist that I met at the show he invited us to. He was really cool. I got to talk to him after his set with Elias.
Yeah, he was cool as fuck.
He's a cool kid. I like him.
We chopped it up for a little bit.
Wait, so you record mostly music videos?
Mostly music videos. I've done very few like brand related things. Some photo shoots.
If you don't mind me asking, how do you get your leads? Like, is there like a freelance like website you go to, or you just met people and just started telling them, hey, I record and edit. Can I do it for you?
It was a lot of groundwork in the beginning. The first year was literally me going to a lot of punk and hardcore shows, because that was kind of like my favorite genre at the time. It still kind of is, but so I was going to like a lot of local hardcore and punk shows, traveling to like New York, just when I could, meeting a lot of people, just like, hey, yeah, like I do videos, what's your Instagram? Like, oh, let's let's network, like whatever. And then eventually just having more on my page and just keep it adding to the catalog.
Yeah, watching you grow, man, from like where you started to now has really been like, it's really cool, all the shit you're doing,
Thanks.
Yeah.
It really is fucking cool, man.
But honestly, the biggest thing for me was TikTok early on and Discord. I met like a lot of the artist connections that I have made have been through like other editors, just like networking on Discord and joining different servers, meeting different like niches of editors and like kind of pulling from like this aesthetic and conglomerating it.
Oh yeah, Discord's overpowered, man. I was just telling. It's funny you bring that up because I was just telling Elias. I was like, yo, if you're trying to tap in with people, like these open mics we're going to are helping and they're cool, but like you can get so much like different connections from Discord.
Yeah, because
just look up what you want on Google.
Yeah.
And then go to servers from there.
Even like music wise too, like I've been put on to different artists being like, yo, like, you fuck with his music? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then I learn who they are, like their music, and then I end up doing a video for them or something. Because that's what happened with Tony Snow. Fucking, one of my editor homies, I forget who it was, but someone was doing a video for this guy, Neezus, fucked with his music. My boy Cole hit the chat and was like, yo, I need someone to do VFX on it. Did the Neezus video, ended up being directed by this guy Darko from Atlanta, fucked with his work, and then I reached out and was just like, yo, if you ever need work, like, I'll work for free. I just wanna work.
That's fine.
Like,
no, what was the first ever video you did?
Okay, technically, first ever music video was with Elias.
No shit.
And it was shot on an iPhone and a high-8 camera in like 2018 or something in high school. But I don't count it because like it was more so me just being like a friend, like, yeah, I got a camera, like, let's do something.
Let's fuck around and do something.
But the first like real music video I did was with my brother. It was Adapt, and that dropped June of 2021. So that's what I consider like my first video and like the start date.
That's interesting. My first edited video was we had the class together. What class was it? I swear to God, you and I class. We had to edit a video for like something we wanted to do, and I made one about cooking.
Mr. Verardo.
Yeah.
What the fuck is the class?
I don't know what the class was.
Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
I don't know what the class was. I remember though we had to edit a video for like the thing we want to do in the future.
Yeah.
And my first edited video was like the culinary arts, and I honestly thought I did really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like had fun editing from there. I didn't really do it often, but every so often I had a chance to kind of like edit a video a little bit. I'd go and do it.
Nah,
that's crazy.
I low key think Veraro's the GOAT. GOAT teacher.
He was dope. What the fuck was his class?
I never had him.
You never had Verardo? But like you knew him. He was our
of course,
yeah.
Float and shit.
Nah, Verardo was the GOAT, and he.
What was the class?
Like, I remember him being like, "What do you want to be when you're older?" And I was like, "A cop," whatever it was at the time, some stupid shit. And then he was like, "Okay, but like, what do you actually want to do?" And I was like, my dream would be to make clothes." And he was like, "So do that." So I did. I like made a bunch of mock designs of like some random brand, and then from that point, I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna make clothes." And that was like the first creative thing.
It's interesting you say that, because teachers really change like your perspective. Like the reason why I got into culinary arts when I first ever did was because I had this one this principal, this kid from like the South. He brought like a plate of like some Southern food, and I ate it and I described it perfectly. She was like, "Oh, you should be like a food critic or something like that." And I was like, "Oh, that sounds cool." And then I went home and I started like looking into different food things. I started cooking, and then I started to be like, "Yo, I really like cooking." And literally from that point on, like I like she's the reason why I started to like really fall in love with cooking and like really get into the art of cooking and learning every single thing from it. Just because she told me that my palate is good and I should criticize food and be a food inspector or something wrong with food.
What's your favorite type of food?
My favorite type? Hold on, type to eat or type to make?
Both. Like one and one.
So my favorite food to eat would be, I'm gonna say what it comes to my mind. It'd be mashed potatoes.
Mashed taters?
I don't know why, but I love mashed potatoes. Well, actually, I make whipped potatoes when I make my mashed potatoes. Because I whip them and then I do a brown butter with some like with garlic and everything like that, and it tastes extremely good. And I like to let it sit overnight because it marinates the flavor more. I throw it in the oven with Parmesan and butter on top, and it comes out a nice crispy top.
Classic.
You had them. You tried it when I made it that day.
What's the difference between whipping and mashing?
Mashing, you're literally using a masher. Mashing it has more clumps to it. The whipping will make it a little bit more airy and fluffy. So it gives you a more fluffy, creamy potato, whereas a mash would give you a more mashed creamy potato where it has slight lumps in it. And a lot of people prefer that because that's what they grew up on. I kind of grew up on whipped potatoes because my mom was too lazy to mash it. She'd blend it. So I prefer it because it tastes better. I got Jesse to love potatoes after that. It's creamy, it's fluffy, and it's a little airy.
Creamy.
But my favorite food to actually cook would be, it's hard, Italian food. and specifically
Gabagool.
gabagool. Specifically chicken Alfredo, because I like making it from scratch. I like making a sauce from scratch. I love making it's just the steps. I can take my time. Because I love taking my time in cooking. I'll use fresh ingredients, and when you make Italian food and use fresh ingredients, you could really tell the difference.
Well, yeah, I mean fresh ingredients in general.
Well, sometimes dried, so people think that just because it's fresh means it's better. Some things bring different things to the table. It will affect the dishes differently, right? Let's say you're having Greek yogurt. It's very simple. It's not really you're making this instead of cooking it. But if you have Greek yogurt and use frozen versus fresh berries and fruits sometimes have a little bit more tardiness to them, and sometimes they have the seeds to them. They're a little bit more tardy, and they don't melt the way frozen fruits will, right? But let's say you use frozen fruit. That's why I prefer to use frozen fruit in my Greek yogurt. I will take the frozen fruit. I'll throw it in the microwave for 30 seconds. I'll let it melt a little bit. It kind of cooks them a little bit, so it gets all the juices come up and create a little bit of a syrup. And you put the Greek yogurt in there, and now it's slightly sweeter because it's cooked down the sugars, and then it's a little bit warm on top of the cool Greek yogurt, and it tastes better.
Yeah.
So sometimes it really depends on what you're cooking. The same thing we're using dried versus fresh herbs, right? Fresh herbs typically always taste better, but dried herbs have a slightly different taste, and depending on what you're cooking with the dried herbs, it'll be stronger. And we learned that in culinary school. So it's that's what I love about cooking. That's where it got me super into it, because it's so sciencey, and the way you step it, the way you make the difference is the steps you do prior to actually cooking the meal. It's how you prep it, how big you cut the onions, how small will make a difference in how it comes out, how long you cook something, how long you marinate it. All of these different steps to get to that end product will completely change it. And even how you layer the food in, right? Let's say I'm making a sauce. If I make the sauce and I decide that I'm going to cook the chicken separately and then put them together, it's going to taste completely different, right? If I'm cooking a sauce, I cook the chicken in a pan, right? I cook it to just get the flavor, so it creates a Maillard reaction where it gets brown bits. You see the brown bits at the bottom. You put a little bit of some wine, or sometimes I would like to use broth. You can deglaze it. Now you have all that flavor coming from that chicken in the Maillard reaction where the crispiness would have come from. You add in the cream, and that can make it completely different. It actually happened to me the other night. I was making something. I said, no, I'm going to make this fucking easy. I don't feel like having to deal with scraping the pan, whatever the case is. And the way I made it prior to that, where I cooked the meat first and had all of the veggies cooking in that meat's juices and tenderness, was way better compared to when I cooked them separately and brought them together. And a lot of people fail to realize that they'll skip steps in a recipe, and they're like, oh, why'd it come out differently? The food's shit. It's no, you skip the steps. The reason why it came out a certain way is because there's chemical reactions when you're cooking. And I love the science behind it. People don't think of it that complicated, because I never talked that deeply into it. But
I'll be making grilled cheese.
It's different.
I make eggs every morning.
I love eggs.
Over easy, salt and pepper on an everything bagel.
Yeah.
Bro, all right. Because I swear to God, I thought I was the only motherfucker that liked their eggs over easy.
Nah,
everybody fucking with the scrambled. No.
I like
I prefer fried over. I like it fried over easy.
Yes.
Get it nice and crispy, nice and golden, and the yolk runs. That's my favorite.
Bro.
That's my favorite.
I like when you bite into it and the yolk just pops.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Fucking,
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
My bad for going deep.
You're
no,
I was just gonna say my favorite type. I just like shrimp tacos. As far as a dish, my favorite. I like, but Mexican is my favorite.
Mexican's my favorite buy. I love fucking Mexican food.
I don't even know. I don't know if I have a favorite dish.
Well, you don't cook that often. But what would be your favorite dish to eat? Don't think too hard. What comes to your brain?
Oh.
Go anywhere, get anything.
The first thing that came into my head was chicken balsamic. I like anything with chicken. Chicken be hitting.
Yeah. It depends too. I like chicken thighs better than chicken breast. Chicken thighs are juicy and tender.
I had a really good chicken thing. What was that restaurant we went to in Florida?
Golden Corral.
Yeah.
The worst experience ever, bro.
Really?
Bro.
So bad. Buffets are just terrible.
Bro, that shit was dry as fuck.
It's terrible.
That trip was fun, man. Remember when Mark threw the fucking what did he throw into the fucking kitchen?
He threw a firework at the fucking house. And then he proceeded to think it was funny, and the only reason I started to like accept it because it was Rob's crib and he was just like.
No, Rob was definitely pissed, but like.
Whatever.
That's crazy. Mark is the craziest person ever. Like, if there was a camera on Mark at all times, he'd have the funniest fucking show.
Mark's an
enigma.
Here's the thing about Mark that I love. Mark realizes when he's the problem. He loves when he's the problem, and he proceeds to make it worse.
He does. No, definitely.
He's like, I'm in too deep. Let's just go deep.
Bro, in the video of us cooking, there's a whole point in the video where he just comes in front of the camera and he's like, I'm just like, yo, what the? I was editing it. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this kid?
One time, I forget when he said this, but after the trip, he was like, yeah, I stood in front of the camera on purpose.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I
knew. I knew it. Nah, I love all those guys, man. They're always teasing, bro.
The trip was fun. It was fun. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had a lot of fun on that trip.
You guys should have snowboarded more.
What do you
Bro,
mean?
I thought I was gonna fucking die.
So I couldn't. Like, if I stayed with you guys, there would have been no room in the cars. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
We would have
We would have figured
figured it out.
it out. I know. I had mad fun, though, going down that hill.
Nah, it's a lot of fun.
I did have fun because I was sliding on my ass because I couldn't snowboard. So legit, we'd go down every so often. I was just like this, like, just cruising down the fucking hill. Because I was like, bro.
I think I did alright.
I did horrible with the snowboard.
We stuck together. We kind of left Alex behind. I felt bad.
Yo, Alex was better than most people on that trip. That's all I'm saying.
He did.
No, he did good. He did good.
He did good.
I remember I went up there and I was nervous as fuck, dog. I was like, I thought this was like a little slope. This is a big ass hill.
Honestly, I wasn't nervous until we got to the top, and then I'm like, I'm blind. There's fog.
Well, yeah,
and
at
I'm
least you got an excuse. Like,
yeah, bro. No, because I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm blind. There's fog. There's trees in between every. I thought it was gonna be a clear line, to be honest with you. And then I'm using a snowboard, and every time I got up, right, this was me. Because I didn't know how to start the snowboard and go down. I'd get up, and then I go like this, and then immediately it's just. And I'm like, yo! And I'm like, I'll jump back on my ass. I'm like, this is.
You think your experience with skateboarding helped you a little bit with that? Do you think?
Do you think they're sure? But it's a
completely different ball game.
Different ball game. Yeah.
What was your favorite trip so far? That
like friend trip?
Yeah.
Favorite friend? Yeah, not that one.
Really?
Because that Airbnb we had was stupid nice.
Yeah.
Being able to like smoke inside. And then also be in the hot tub. And then you walk outside, but it's like 10 degrees. Then you go back in the hot tub.
No, that definitely was fun. You didn't come to DC with us, did you?
Nah.
You would have fucking loved it. DC was the shit. DC still, it's tied between that one and DC, honestly. DC was.
Is that when you guys got robbed?
Nah, that was them in New York. That was Josh and Mark.
That's mad funny. Yo,
they got robbed again.
Nah, did they actually?
Yeah, they got robbed.
What, like in the Nashville?
Wherever they are right now, they got robbed again, yeah.
Yo, how did you
are stupid.
Wait, who is it? Is it Rob and Mark?
Yeah, I heard they got robbed again.
Just Rob and Mark?
Nah, if you get like...
I'd rob
in New York, it's like if someone starts talking to you, you just keep walking.
That's
I don't
just
know
a city,
how-
bro. That's any city.
Bro, I went to Harlem. They were grilling me because I had like my chains. Because you remember I used to sell jewelry. So I was walking around. I had like 2 or 3 chains on. Yo, every single person was just looking at me like this. And I'm like,
Harlem's
yo.
pretty bad.
I'm like, yo, what?
Harlem? I've never been.
I'm like, Mom, we gotta get out of here. I was like, I bought some kicks and I left.
We went to
crazy.
Yeah, I went through like. When we went down to DC, I went through a little bit of New York. Like we went through the city. We stopped by the OG Face House.
Yeah.
That shit was sick. See, like.
See, I love having memories with you guys because you guys are all nerds. So you guys are like, we're all like kind of nerdy in our own ways. So you guys like, I remember like semi-formal. There's literally a picture of us like this, just all phase up because we thought it was funny.
Nah, that wasn't phase. That was fault, bro. That was fault.
Fault?
No, that's phase.
That's phase,
Was
bro.
it?
What are you talking about?
What was
like
ours,
this?
bro?
Well, ours was called. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, backstory. We had a clan on Advanced Warfare. Started on Advanced Warfare at least.
Did it? I thought it started on BO2.
Nah, BO2. There was like way too many others.
No, BO2 was a problem.
BO2 I was mainly trick shotting with BO2, but it's crazy because like Call of Duty and like the montages and shit, like I wouldn't be like editing the way I do if it wasn't for like Call of Duty montages.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, it was funny because I remember we were just playing at the New Hampshire house. We were playing in that circle. We were playing poker or whatever. And you sent a fucking bill cam to the group chat.
Yeah.
That was so
nice.
fucking stupid. I was like, there's no way this kid's playing carry. Or
I couldn't
whatever.
believe that I remembered how to play claw. Like I was still like
Claw?
Yeah.
You know, that's how I naturally picked up a controller.
Yo, I don't.
Do you still play?
I
I
swear.
know you used to always say that, and we still bust your balls about that.
Really?
Because
He's been saying that since
like
6th
who
grade.
picks up a controller and goes, yeah, so I'm gonna put
Bro,
my middle
after
finger
watching everybody
on-
play.
Put your thumb next to mine.
Yeah, I understand you got stubby thumbs, bro. But
I couldn't, like, it felt awkward to me, bro, to,
Do
like,
you still
move back
play
and
like
forth.
that?
Yes, bro, I naturally hold the controller like this.
Ryan, you definitely learned it for clout.
No, I swear.
That's crazy.
No, because
if you alright, fine, but like that's crazy.
the reason I figured out what claw even was is I was playing, like, BO2, and Rob was over my house. We were like, oh, God, how old were we? No older than 15, right?
BO2 came out when we were like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
But we didn't stop
great.
playing that shit until, like, we were
Oh,
12.
that game went on for like mad long. Yeah.
I think I used to do quick sniping matches with you and MW2 a lot.
Quick sniping.
Probably.
Did I say that wrong? Quick scoping, my bad. No, I think I remember playing, but I think I remember playing MW2 with you, like 2v2s.
Probably. I used to play with Corey all the time.
Yeah, I think I did play with you and Corey all the time.
Yo, that's a
MW2
name I
2v2s.
It's a relic of
I don't even
name.
know where he's at. He might be dead. I have no
Oh,
idea.
he has a TikTok. All I see is cars on his TikTok. You told me like
Oh,
Vital,
word.
right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I
Oh,
definitely
no.
played. I think I played with you guys. Three, two, one. Blast off. So we're back.
We're back.
Took a
This is
quick
your show.
intermission.
Take over.
Honestly, Dimitri, you've been a good guest.
Thank you.
It's been a lot more fun than most of them, to be honest with you.
Hey, why are you hating on all the guests?
I'm not hating on other guests.
Well, I know you've had Elias.
Battle Elias, we've had Alex Oliver, I think that's his last name.
Oliveira. He's dope.
Oliveira. Jackson. This girl named Saint Nashay. She was actually really cool.
She's cool.
Jesse. All of our guests have been cool. I mean, just fun because we're talking about like the past, and like with them, like Elias and Jesse, I have stuff in the past. We don't really have as much as I thought. I've just been really close to them lately.
Yeah.
And in Saint Nashay, we didn't really know, like I didn't know her,
Yeah.
so it was more of like
That's more like an interview.
exactly. So this is a little more fun because
This is a conversation.
exactly.
No, yeah. Like one thing that we wanted to do is like I'm really glad that you asked that because like one thing that we wanted to do was like okay, we'll bring you on the show, right? And we'll get to know you, and then the other people that have been on the show are gonna watch that, and you know, this is a way for, well, we want to branch out and be able to fully produce for people. Is that like it's like, oh, okay, this person's from Rhode Island too, and they can find their shit. Like we're gonna plug all your socials in the bottom, like,
Fuck
and
yeah.
just and like have people be able to I'm drawing a blank here, my bad. Just have a bunch of people like be able to just communicate with each other through like our podcast, like be able to like be like, oh, I want to look for new artists to work with, or I want to find somebody that does paintings or whatever. We'll take anybody on the show and just talk to them.
It's
But,
like, oh, you do editing? I'm gonna definitely go hit you up or whatever.
That's
the
what I'm
case
saying. We're
is.
trying
Do you
to.
want to expand outside of Rhode Island?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
absolutely. I wanna expand honestly out of this country.
Yeah, like our main goal, or at least like we both agree on it. We both have different ways of getting there, but our main goal at the end is to like help like smaller people, whether it be like anybody like in a creative world, whether it be art, influencers, YouTubers, music, whatever the case is, like level themselves up. Like eventually I personally want to have MiddleGround Studio where like if you want to create your own YouTube videos with us, like we're gonna sponsor people. We'll have contracts like how BuzzFeed does it, where they have contracts with YouTubers and musicians and such, and then we'll sponsor their art, right? You need art shows, all right, we'll get our people to go find different shows to put you in. You need a space to record your videos, okay, we'll create the space. This is the camera, this is the thing. We will work with you. All we ask for, like 10% of whatever you make on these videos, or you can be an employee with us and you can edit videos for us and you can go and do your own thing. We'll create contracts with people. That's eventually what I personally want to do with our company.
So like a label?
Yeah, I want to become a label in a sense in the future years.
My one goal with it was like I wanted to one day be able to do festivals. That's the one main thing that
That's our
I
next,
keep in
yeah.
mind.
You guys can get in on like fucking PVD Fest. Like it's not.
We want to host one. We want to have MiddleGround Fest. You come in, you pay at the door. We
Yeah,
have
but
food.
you gotta.
I know.
Yeah.
It takes time. It takes
It's a
time.
big goal. No, but I have been making steps to like I know we were talking to this kid called JRM, and what JRM does is he posts these things called they're like open mics, but he does it with the company called Bars Over Bars. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Yeah, I've seen Elias post stuff. Yeah.
But we've all been like
around them.
Coherent with them, working with them, and they've been doing a lot of cool shit, a lot of different shit. Dude's from like New Hampshire, I think, but he's just like
you want to host
a DJ, and he DJs like all these different venues and does open mic. It's a good little vibe. You should definitely come check it out.
But we want to like host it with them. Like we want to like have like a thing where it's like Bars Over Bars with Middle Ground, so that like we can like kind of span out and tell people like, hey, we host and we want more people around.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
there's
definitely
like steps to be taken that are super accessible right now. Like because even like PBD Fest this summer, like Day Trip, like, you can easily vendor at those things. You start vendoring and then eventually. But even
what
with
would
like,
we do with that?
I don't know, you sell merch or something.
That's what we could. Ground merch. We could probably do like a little live podcast right there. Have a little conversation.
I guess my thing is just like, I don't know. I haven't been too much focused with like merch or stuff that's gonna like
monetize.
Yeah, I'm more or less looking for the people.
No, for sure, but I'm saying like that's at least an outlet to.
Yeah, no, we have roles. Like honestly, we've discussed our roles in the beginning too. It's like more like like I am kind of more outgoing.
You're a numbers guy.
But I'm more numbers. I prefer to be in the background. I prefer to edit the videos. I prefer to like create the designs, do the math, like and find different opportunities for us. But he prefers to actually like talk and network with people. And it's funny because I'm a salesperson and I know how to talk. Everyone knows that I talk a lot. I clearly talk a lot. But I don't like going out of my way sometimes and like meet, like I get super like when we're going to these concerts and shit, I'm in the back because I'm like super like low key like uncomfortable because I'm like I'm having fun, like I'm enjoying myself, but like it's not my thing. I don't do parties. I don't really like do all that. I just kind of, if I don't really know people, sit in the back. Once I get to know you, I'll talk a lot, but I'll sit in the back.
That's what I'm saying.
Prefer to do that.
Like, you gotta break out of it.
You know.
I know. I am. I've been going.
Yeah, it takes time.
I've been bothered. I'm like, you motherfucker, you gotta come.
And I did, and I network with people. I even go up, I'm like, hey, put your Instagram in. I'm very confident about it because I know how to.
Yeah.
I just don't like to be honest.
Nah, there's times too where I'm like I'm way too methodical when it comes to networking like in person because like all right, if I see someone, I'm like there's someone like I need to talk to. Like if I don't, like I need to, so I'll just like I'll stand around, just be like, and I'm just like, oh, like what do you do? And like I'll know exactly what they do because I'm like a nerd and like I stalk people's fucking Instagrams. I'll be like, oh, like what do you do? And they're like, oh, like I make music. I'm like, oh, no way, like what's your Instagram?
Already has it.
Like I already have it. Like with Montana, I think I did the same shit to him. Like I already follow, like I know his music and like I know who he is and like I fuck with him. And I'm just like, oh, like what's good? Like, oh, what's your Instagram? Like blah blah. And I'm like, oh, I already follow you. Of course I already fucking follow you.
You know what's funny?
That's a good sales pitch. That's
you know how I figured about. You know how I figured.
It's a good marketing pitch.
His music was through a Walking Dead day on TikTok.
His music was on
Montana. It was
fire.
an edit. I was like, what the fuck? This song's lit as fuck. So I downloaded it. And then I saw the panel. I'm like, I know that name. So it's just fucking funny. Nah, man. But like, yeah, connect. I fell in love with like networking and finding and meeting people. I've come to the conclusion like I know exactly what you're saying. Like I know that feeling. Like it's like, oh, I don't want to like, but like
you don't want to be like
it's all made up. It's not real.
Yeah,
it's like
we're in the Matrix.
Like if somebody's truly like doesn't have time to like talk, they'll just tell you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've learned. And it's like I've just been like real like, yo, I just watch you perform. I think your shit's dope. I'm gonna get your Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's
just showing love, man.
Because then if you are being mad genuine, they're like, the fuck, then it's like okay, like,
whatever.
Like,
whatever.
Yeah. No, you're definitely more like the person for us too. Because if you think about it, Ryan, I've had the same group of friends, same close friends I've talked to since 7th grade. You never really meet any other new friends except for like Tyler.
Yeah,
that's it.
I always
you meet so many new people.
Too, like,
we've always had our
I feel like Ryan meets more people. Like you go out of your way and have more new people around you outside of that area.
I like seeing the world. I like
which is
meeting
cool.
Yeah, like
I
don't know. I feel like I'm the same way. Like there's a lot of people that I've got to meet and like gotten close with, but like my core friends have always been my core friends.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just I don't know why it played out like that, but it happened to play out like that.
It's like
you're more comfortable with people, Ryan, than like with certain people we've met. Like in the past few years, like you used to go work out at someone's house, you used to go do this, you used to go do that. You're more comfortable with meeting people.
I think it was because I've just been I feel like I was very like socially like I don't want to say I had social anxiety because like I don't know.
Oh, you did.
But like I would I would get a little anxious, but like I don't know. I kind of like wanted to break out of that, and then I did.
Doing better than I am.
And then I kind of started to enjoy it a lot. You know what I'm saying? So like networking, like you've had to meet a shit ton of different artists, like from like New York, Miami, wherever.
For sure.
Like right now, like give me like a top 3 right now.
Underground?
Like artists that you're like, yo, this kid's crazy. Cause like,
but like upcoming or like
it doesn't matter.
Just my top 3.
Just people that are your bumping right now. Give me a top 3.
Yeah, but like,
don't matter.
Okay, well, like my top 3 just right now in general. This dude Seraphim, he makes like I'll say alternative because it's a bunch of different fucking genres matched. He's super dope. I found him through TikTok. Hard as fuck. I listen to a lot of Destroy Lonely.
Destroy Lonely.
Like
I haven't gotten
like
into
a crippling amount. And then fucking damn. I don't know, maybe I want like shed like I don't know, Mo, like deadass. Like
yeah.
I literally listen to Mo every day.
No, yeah, his shit was.
It's my boy, but like
I enjoyed the performance. I after I downloaded a few of his songs. I have him in a little playlist. I like. Yeah, he's cool. All those guys that performed are cool.
Yeah.
Fucking dude, what was the one kid that we were like, how the fuck do we both know? What's his name? Subsad.
Yeah, Subsad goes crazy.
Subsad was.
Yeah.
I was I played him in the car before you one time. I was I think I forget how I found that song. It might have been through that little playlist that you had.
Maybe, I don't know, but I found him on TikTok and I just hit him up and was like, "You're hard as fuck." and I think he ended up following me back.
Is that your TikTok? Like, it's really like a lot of music and editing and shit like that?
Yeah, like
it's because they know you TikTok those people.
Well, no, like, dude, that's the thing too. Is like,
TikTok is key right now.
I don't know, there's like two halves of me. Like I say the video shit was kind of random, like it wasn't gonna play out like this, and it just did. But at the same time, I've always been so tapped into underground music, like rap and shit, where like not even to sound like cocky or anything, but I've kind of just always knew it was gonna pop making music. Like I've had so many artists that I
That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Rudy was like that too.
Rudy's like me, but like way more. Like he was listening to Blade and like Drain Gang and like Travis Scott and like underground SoundCloud shit like stupid early.
Honestly, it was from that trick shotting community.
I know exactly, and that's how I found Young Lean and shit back in like the O2 days.
That's crazy. Fucking the O2 days. I remember. Wait, was it me, you and Rudy that used to trick shot on AW?
Probably yeah,
man. That shit was.
I loved AW. I was playing that shit with you guys was so lit.
AW.
I used to play with you guys all the time.
That was a good COD, but those were dark days.
Oh, also Shed Theory and like Joey and them, Marlon Dubois, they're fucking gas. They're they're dead ass the future of music.
I'm
like,
people
think they're memes and shit.
Well, you'll show me some of the. If you gotta show me some of their music after this, but because I've never heard a lot of these guys. But
like, Joey's from Rhode Island.
Joey.
Just
Joey.
2 Y's. That's his rap name. But I think his.
I've heard Joey.
Yeah, no, I haven't heard his stuff yet. I'll have to check him out. But
hard as fuck. Literally to go.
Dude, I'm not even gonna lie. When you dropped the Majins video, I was so like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because like Majins was in my top 5 2022 replay.
That's
fucking weird.
That's fire.
Majins is great, dude.
Yeah, shout out fucking Drake.
See, I'm too mainstream for this conversation.
It's okay.
Because I haven't really gotten into like the underground spectrum of music yet, and it's only because you can ask Ryan. I'm still stuck in 2018 music.
This?
I don't listen to anything new anymore.
How about this? Yeah. What is your one like
go to
What's your one lonely song? You know what I'm saying? Like
you won't play around.
Play around.
Doesn't have to be like
people.
sad, but like you just won't play around other people.
Russ alone. That's literally the name of the song.
Okay, well,
Russ.
I would never listen to Russ.
You see? Nah, but or
I used to though. Like 2016 when he was first coming around, I was like, oh, that's cool. He's mad
Why?
independent, like whatever.
Why?
But he just got really cool.
Wait, why don't people like? There's like.
I don't know.
other
Russ,
than
I,
some-
This is mad people for no reason. He's a cornball.
Does he
No
really?
offense.
oh, see, I
Nah,
didn't know
like
that.
outside the like his music is fine. Like he has that song with Lil Baby that goes hard. Like he's fine. The music.
Yep.
But in interviews, he's tweaking all the time. Just saying.
Yeah.
Out of
Wait,
pocket
no,
shit.
you're right. You're right. I don't know him other than that. All I like his music is because because obviously his music is good, and he's obviously like somewhat like I feel like he's intelligent.
Yeah,
Because
probably is. He owns all his fucking rights and shit.
so
Yeah,
like
like
for
that.
me, I relate to Russ because a lot of his music is talking about like being kind of alone in your thoughts, and that's where I relate to him most. It's kind of being like alone in your thoughts and kind of being like honestly a little conceited because a lot of his music is conceited. So I don't outwardly act like that. I try not to act
Yeah.
conceited, but I look at myself very highly. You know what I'm saying? I hold myself to high standards. So like when I listen to some of his music, I really I really vibe with it because it's
Yeah.
like he's like speaking about how he's alone. He's like sitting here like drinking by myself and shit like that, and like he always talks about keeping to himself. And like you guys was just talking before, I don't really like networking with other people because I prefer to keep to myself, and that's where I vibe with like Russ in the sense that if you're asking about songs that I listen to where I wouldn't show anybody else, is Russ.
Yeah.
Songs that I listen to on a daily basis recently, especially, has been a lot of old Kendrick, old J. Cole, and Kanye West.
Yeah.
That's kind of my. I know. I listen to everyone. Ryan, you know my music is very indifferent from people. That's why I don't play. That's why you guys hear me play music. It's very different.
Man, I don't
Very
even know
different.
the full Kanye situation. I don't even want to speak.
I don't know.
Oh,
Situation.
I thought you were doing this because you were like, oh, so underground or some shit.
No,
I'm definitely not underground. That's why I say I'm mad fucking mainstream because that's just my favorite. Because I just like the lyricist. And then if I listen to underground music, it really has to be like I like Saint and the Shade's music a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. I fucked with that music a lot.
There's a lot
Sick.
of
She's
great
from Brooklyn.
lyricists in underground music.
I
though.
fuck
Like,
with lyricists like that guy.
Lucky makes all of Lucky's
Melodies.
music is sad as fuck and mad lonely music, but he just knows how to do it hard.
I'd probably if you showed me him, I'd probably listen.
Yeah.
Because I won't lie to you, I do listen to underground rappers, but I can't name off the top of my head because like it's just I just threw in my playlist and when it comes on, I know it. Like if you go to my SoundCloud playlist, my SoundCloud doesn't have anything to do with mainstream. I just don't touch SoundCloud as often because it's like it's sometimes
SoundCloud's where it's at still.
it
Lucky's
is.
mainstream at this point now.
He's made
Like for a while though, he was like
Yeah,
the underground
Lucky's up there.
But I fuck with lyricists. Like also like Hopspin is like
Hobson, you mean?
Yeah, I said that wrong.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean? Is it
Hopson.
Oh, Hospin. Yeah, you're right.
No,
I said
Hopson.
Hopsin.
Yeah. Like
Oh, I said
H-O-P-S-I-N.
Hopspin.
I've never
My
listened
dumb
to it
ass.
a day in my life.
He's
What?
corny too.
See,
But back in the day, like early YouTube, he was running that shit. Like
See?
credit where credit's due.
See, I
Fuck
listen
it.
to weird ass. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I listen to mainstream, but I listen to artists that people don't really fuck with for some reason. So like I like Hopsin a lot. I fuck with like I always fucked with Jordan Lucas. I don't like his newer music, but when Jordan Lucas was first
Damn.
like out, I was listening.
He's from Worcester.
I know.
Yeah.
I was listening to Joyner in 6th grade, like when his
Everybody
music
was.
No.
Yeah. So all right. So you like conscious rap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I used to study to rap. Like I legit when I was writing, studying, anything, I just play something like J. Cole. Because J. Cole's my go-to. So like a lot of my rap, yeah, it's like deep. I say like more like trying to woke or like very like it has a story to it. I really like
You
rap
put
that
me on
has a
Cole.
story.
You
Huh?
put me on a call back.
Fucking
I'm
love Cole.
just saying like rap like that you can still find in today's underground. It's
That's
just,
mostly underground because almost mainstream music is like, ooh, ah, ooh, like it's like niggas is just trying to like, or it's drill now. I don't really fuck with drill as much as everybody else does. I really fuck with.
I feel like drill's dying. Okay.
Well, all right, drill's dying because there's no substance in it anymore.
It's the same
Drill
fucking
was-
shit.
Yeah, it's like drill. When people were making drill music and being like, I kill people and whatever, and they were actually killing people, like, I don't want you killing anyone, but it's like, at least you're real.
Yeah.
But like, people out in
What's that
Providence
guy's-
making drill music, it's fake as fuck. shout out every drill artist in Rhode Island. You guys fucking suck. But there are people, select few in Rhode Island that are rapping real shit on drill beats.
I've seen
and
it,
it's
yeah.
like, okay.
One of my people who I will say like I did fuck with and he's kind of mainstream now was King Osef. Like when he was first up and coming, I fucked with King Osef heavily, and that's mostly because that's what my family
I
listened
never
to.
really. I never really got into it.
I'm not super tapped in, but he does. It's shit's fire.
This shit's fucking fire. It sounds mainstream. I'll say that. It's fire enough to be like really popular in other states.
My
like,
fucking
really popular.
my one.
That's a good thing to call it. So it's
Some strangers.
yeah. So it's not lyricist. It's conscious. That's the kind of like.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like the reason I call it like conscious rap is usually like it's like people who rap about rapping and being real. It's like they're rapping about what they're doing in a way.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, it's just what I fuck with.
Yeah, like
I listen to a lot of Jay-Z lately too. To be honest,
I've learned
Jay-Z's
to
go. Like Jay-Z's.
Yeah, and I listened to. You
the
can ask him. I went through a whole phase where all I listened to was Nas, fucking. I can't think of it. Nas, Method Man, and Biggie a lot. Yo, for some reason, like 3 years ago, I was just straight like playing like partying bullshit was my everyday song.
People,
for some fucking music.
People consistently hate on me because I could never like I can't like I appreciate what it did, but I can't get into like older hip hop.
That's
like,
you shouldn't feel
I grew up
obligated
on it.
to
You
like
shouldn't. Yeah, bro. I don't expect.
I'm like I like what's new.
You know what I used to hate on you for? I'm not gonna lie to you. Was like 5 years ago, you only listened to like mainstream pop music or like mainstream TikTok music.
Because mainstream pop music is lit.
Bro, you legit like I felt like I heard TikTok songs.
Really
Some of it is, but this guy was like I feel like I heard the radio every single time I hopped inside his car because he only played like TikTok and mainstream stuff. Remember I used to tell you all the time like, bro, your music's so fucking mainstream.
Well,
You
bro,
listen
like
to-
what you can like mainstream. All really mainstream means is like it's widely consumed. Like
That's
you know,
what I meant. Like legit. Like I hear it every single time
Bro,
I
I
skip
can-
through a TikTok.
but like J. Cole is mainstream.
He is. That's why I say I'm still mainstream too, but I just hated his mainstream.
I
hated
he's
your
still
version.
fair enough.
I hated your version.
I'm
mainstream.
gonna go ahead and call it what he's not saying. He doesn't like white people music.
I fucking love Eminem.
Yo, J.
Tell you
Cole.
that.
J.
J.
Cole
Cole?
is white people music.
You think so?
Yeah.
His shit's not
New J.
good.
Cole.
Like, mixtape era J. Cole is way different.
Yeah. New J. Cole, definitely. I
Actually,
haven't listened to the last
low-key.
3 albums. I stopped listening to them.
Yeah.
They're not the same. It's
I don't
not
know,
the same.
like,
Yeah.
I would like the white people music stereotype to drop, but at the same time, it's like
I
know when you're listening to white people music.
Like, listen, bro. Like, my one comfort song is
Nickelback.
"Big Girls Don't Cry" by Fergie.
Okay. Yeah,
Like-
nah, but like, yeah, I mean, okay.
Like we all
Comfort
know,
song.
like we would never play that song at the
You know-
occasional event, but
Yeah.
it's a good song.
My favorite white people music, Daughtry.
Daughtry's so good.
Daughtry's
I was just listening. I was so
Daughtry's gas.
my father's birthday was
What's my favorite white people music?
this past
Yeah.
Sunday. Not my fault. My father's birthday was this past Sunday, and I made him a little playlist to play in the house for his birthday, and half of it was just Daughtry. I'm like,
Oh,
he
I know
showed
that.
me all of that shit.
Mine's "Are You Gonna Be My Girl" by the Jets. That's my favorite.
Nah, that's a good song.
That's my favorite white people
blanking.
music. Or
What is-
"Snow" by Red Hot Chili Peppers. Oh,
Okay.
"Are You Gonna Be My Girl" is like, "Are you gonna be my girl?"
Oh, the
Din, din, din.
Alright, yeah.
Or "Snow" by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah,
Those are my
I
two.
love Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, I fuck with Red Hot Chili
Rock's
Peppers a
great.
lot. Yo, I used to listen to rock too. Me and Jared, like 6th grade to 8th grade,
What
like
a man.
legit used to just fucking. I know. We used to just sit there and listen to rock music all the time. Every in tech class, we'd sit there at the Big Mac screens and just fucking listen to rock for some reason. He got me really into it.
You be
But-
fucking with Suicide Boys now. That's about it. I just checked in on him actually. He's still in fucking Seattle. He wants me to come out there.
Seattle is like a lot of great music came out of Seattle.
Yeah. You know, a lot of good music comes. I feel like someone. I don't know who said it, but a lot of people who live in Rhode Island and grow in Rhode Island, someone said it. It's like people don't show any like love to their fellow like.
Nah, it's true. To get love in Rhode Island,
Crabs and
it's the thing is like we're so small to the point where pretty much everyone knows each other.
And everyone's competition.
So exactly, if you're trying to pursue something creative, whether you want to think about it like this or not, it's true. You're in competition with other people, and like, but the thing is like, it's been set up to be that way, and it doesn't have to be that way.
It doesn't.
So
That's why I love bars over bars. I love
we've
bars over
had
bars
this
for that reason.
we've had this conversation a few
yes,
times.
Yeah, but
it's
it's
like it's like beating a dead horse.
Yeah,
Like
it's like
at the end of the day, you just gotta work on your own shit, and then take it elsewhere, and then take it back and be like, yo, like I got something.
That's why I don't want
to, you know.
That's why I don't want to live it forever. Like I dead want to move to a different state and try to grow somewhere else because nobody lets you grow here. Everyone, they really do hate on you. Like my cousin didn't even want to put out some of his music. So like, oh, I don't think anyone's gonna listen to me. I'm like, bro, just put it out there because someone will listen to you. And yeah, you know how people in Rhode Island are like, they act like they don't care, but they do care and they just want to hate on you for whatever reason. They'll find something to hate on you for. They'll be like, oh yeah, well, you know, their podcast is boring, or they'll be like, oh, it's too long, whatever the case. Especially the older people, they're the fucking worst. I feel like our generation, we're kind of good at like the bars over bars is legit like a trademark that our generation is really trying to like. Everyone who goes to them, whether the music is like super good or not good, we all like just appreciate each other for like doing their art. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we might critique it, but I'm not hating you, bro, because you're trying and you're doing better than most other people because you're showing yourself to others.
Yeah, like I don't give a fuck.
It's older fucking people.
I genuinely don't care if I look at how do I put this? Like, if I see someone's doing something creative and I think it's bad, like, I'm still gonna support because if I can tell that you're trying and actually like I have a passion for it, that's what matters. Work ethic over everything else.
Me too.
Because I would not even have done anything remote to what I've done now without the work ethic. And I started from shit.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's anything. It's like you can't pick up a bike and immediately know how to ride a fucking bike. Everybody's gonna either be decent or suck at whatever they're trying to get into. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd rather see somebody make shitty content for like a year and then make really good content from learning from actually putting themselves out there, posting that shitty content, than somebody immediately like
popping out.
Yeah, just popping out. You know what I'm
popping
saying?
Out for clown, and not going to do it again.
Yeah.
Exactly. I did that with my music, my 2 songs. I mean, they were not that bad, but I did it for fun. I wasn't telling anybody I was like an artist, but like exactly what you said. Like I'd rather see you like try, fail, maybe be even shitty at it at first, but like you're legit putting your heart into it.
Yeah,
because like
you should be shitty at it at first. Like
yeah.
If you just hop into it and you're great, you may fall off. It's like when you peak in high school. Like sometimes.
That's such a scary fear.
You only peak if you let yourself peak.
Yeah. Exactly. That's true. Because if you stop there and like, I'm good here, and you think you're always gonna be good there, you're not, bro. You gotta grow. Like
complacency is like the worst thing ever.
It is. And you become complacent very easily because sometimes it's easy to be comfortable. Like you gotta be comfortable.
Man, it feels good to like face shit that you're not good at.
Yeah,
it does. It feels good to face shit you're not good at and then learn how to like even become just better. Not even great at it, just better.
I was thinking of my job. My job makes me feel fucking stupid. I can't talk too much about my job, but I'm studying right now, and everything I'm studying is fucking new to me. And I legit sat there while taking a test. An exam. It was a 112 question exam. I passed. I got like an 85. But the entire time, I'm like, yo, why do I feel so fucking stupid reading this? I can say that my job involves investments, but I was like, why do I feel so fucking stupid fucking reading this? It's crazy.
We're good.
But,
okay.
Yeah. Dude. It was a good episode, too.
We're done?
I think, honestly, we can keep going.
It's whatever.
I'm just chilling. I got nothing. I have like one video I'm working on right now, and that's really all.
Yeah.
What is it?
Rolling Thrax video.
Rolling Thrax?
Yeah.
That's a dope that you get to like meet all these people. I'm trying. Ryan's honestly, he's getting me to. I'm like kind of enjoying the content.
You probably know his music. You know what? It's called Yeah. I know you know it. I just been that bitch over. It's expensive. Guess I'm smoking and you can.
Yeah, I know that.
It's fire. I've never heard it before.
It's not that song. He already has a video for that song, but it's it.
See, I need to really like open up more to his music.
Okay, good shit.
Damn. Nah, he's dope.
I need to get into more of his new music. Like I don't. Who's that guy that everyone fucks with now? That you guys remember how someone said that Jesse sounded like him?
Yeet. You just sound like Yeet, but I just figured that's what you were talking
That's
about.
what people. Yo, we was at the first time you brought me to that bar.
Yeah, we were at an open mic. Somebody in the crowd goes, "Yo, this guy sounds like Yeet."
I know.
I've
never heard his fucking music.
I was crying.
Kind of funny though.
Or Baby Keem too. I really don't know his music.
Baby Keem.
Baby Keem. Honestly, mainstream right now, Baby Keem is my favorite.
Bro, I remember.
He's the best, bro.
Fucking. Remember Keandra?
Yes.
Keandra put me on Baby Keem, and then I don't know if it was like around the time it dropped, but I remember going home and listening to France Freestyle. I think that's what it's called. Off like that black and white cover.
I think the first shit I heard of his was Honest.
Yeah, Honest is mad good.
I heard Honest on YouTube, and I was like, this is the most beautiful piece of artwork I've ever heard of.
Shit.
I'll show you.
Trust me,
You
bro.
know Baby Keem.
No, I know, but like I can't tell you. Like I'll tell you this: the newest song I can remember by any artist, because again, I'm like stuck in the past for some reason with music. Is I think I heard the other day and I kind of fucked with it. Was Broken Guitars by Polo G. It was actually really fire because it was like kind of like he did over a rock beat.
I fuck with Polo.
I don't really listen to Polo. He's cool.
I don't listen anyway.
Alright, so like, cause I could geek out about music all day. Like, what is something that like you could like geek out? Like, like you just know mad. Like,
something like I'll sit there and like get super fucking like excited.
Yeah, you're just like, yo, like I love this, and then this person did this, and I love that. Like,
oh, alright. So there was a song. Me and fucking Elias were going over it the other day. It was a Kendrick Lamar song. See? Oh no, it's Kanye. Fuck. Hold
it
on.
doesn't have to be music, by the way. Like, I'm just saying, like something like
something I
like
geek
a
out.
hobby. Like, I don't know.
Oh well, recently it's been. I can talk about this. I just can't go into like financial stuff. It's been like learning about like investments because my job legit tells me like, yo, if you're gonna talk about this, we have to like be in it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the name of my
You're
job.
basically learning how money is just.
Yo, yes, I'm learning the craziest thing about bonds.
Money's just a silly little goof. Like,
Yes, no, but like it's not even about the money. It's just what they do in the background to make the money. Like with bonds and stocks lately,
People
has
like
been me going crazy. I have to explain more off camera because I can't really talk too much about it.
That's fine.
But like that's what's been getting me geeked out. Or
it's crazy
editing.
to do that shit.
Editing has been getting me. That's why I was so excited to talk to you. I'm not gonna lie to you because like it's just like since I got Final Cut Pro, since I got because before I was editing on fucking iMovie, like and then having what's it fucking called? Having the Photoshop. It's just fun because I don't have any really way to like express myself as much anymore because I get so bored. That's why I don't fuck with lately. I haven't been listening to a lot of music because when I was younger I used to get geeked out by it, but like I get bored of everything. And I'm gonna sound really fucking cocky when I say this. I'm smart. I get bored of like having conversations with people sometimes because it's like I'm not grasping anything from what you're talking about, right? None of the stuff that you're talking about, it's not that your life isn't interesting, it's that your life, you're just talking about drama. It's so boring.
Well, maybe you're surrounded the wrong people.
That's what I've learned lately. Like I need to like kind of again meet and network. That's why I've been going to these concerts with Ryan, to be honest with you too.
Yeah,
is because like the people I've been talking to just haven't been, they don't want to grow, and it bothers me because I sit here and they're talking about small things that I've already gotten over. I've already hopped that hump. It's sickening talking to people who don't know. It's like, all right, bro, you can easily fix it. I don't tell them the solution. They're like, but I can't. I'm like, all right, you know what?
Yeah, no, some people just don't want answers.
Yeah,
that's fine. Just let them rock, do their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I
definitely have some people in my life like that, and it's like you have like two choices. It's either you accept them like for who they are,
and I have.
know?
That's it.
And it's
that's
like, or you can like separate yourselves from them, and it's like either choice is fine, but like just like I don't know, people that have that type of mentality or the well, this is why it is, so I can't do anything about it mentality. Yeah, it's
you know
like,
what sucks though about that? You kind of feel like sometimes I feel like I'm abandoning them, even if I accept them from who they are. Right?
It's not abandoning; it's just letting them figure out their own path.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like letting what's the cliche? Like if you love something, set it free or whatever.
So, yeah,
it's like
so beyond true.
Yeah, it's true.
Because they'll figure it. Because if they don't figure it out, they weren't worth their time. If they figure it out, then y'all can fucking grow together and also.
It's true. I'm happy my girlfriend isn't like she's figuring it out.
Shit can always get worse too, bro. But there's even people that have like really high expectations of themselves, or like
I feel bad
that. I'm like that. Like sometimes they just make themselves sound like an idiot. Where it's like there's like a mentality for me is like for people like that to say their sole purpose is to make money hurts me. Like it's just something the government prints. That's the way I look at it. Like yes, we need it. I need it to do what I want to do. I need to trade this dollar bill to get the things I want to do to make my craft.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't love money. I love the shit I can get.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I love
want
the
freedom.
shit I can
That's
make.
why I want money. I just want freedom. I want the freedom it brings.
Communism.
Oh God, though.
Capitalism.
On God, but no, yeah, that's my only like lately, like legit, like I love I've been excited about growth. Like when my cousin said he's making music and like he's like I listen to music, I'm like, yo, that's fucking dope. He's growing. Like talking to you and you're telling me like, I remember last time we talked about shit like this was Poor Souls when we were sitting back here and I think we were in front of the pool and me and you was talking about like how you doing with your shit. Like that was dope to me. Like that gets me excited. Ryan telling me about his streaming gets me excited. That's why I like talking to Elias too about the music. Gets me excited. My girlfriend said she wants to have her own nail company and then she wants to do like people's makeup and shit. That shit gets me excited. Like, you know, that's what gets me geeked. In all honesty, I like conversations involving growth because it's like, yo, you're doing that, bro? I was like, let's do it. Like, that's how me and Ryan got to this. We were legit walking one day, just walking down the street. We came from like working out with one of our friends, walking down, and he starts telling me, he's like, yo, I really want to like have like a thing where I'm like helping people grow and shit. I'm like, yo, that sounds mad familiar. I'm like, yo, I really want to like do my own. I was like, I want to have my own business where I help people grow. And
he's gonna know exactly what you're talking about because I've had the same conversation with him. Like I've sat people down and be like, this is some shit I want to do. Like I want to be able to like build a little community here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And
then we talked about it and we started establishing it. This shit gets me excited. Like I've been happy the last week that we started doing this again. In all honesty, the 2 months in between was weird. Like cause I was switching jobs. I was not working out as much. This brings back some consistency and this is like it's legit fun. This gets me excited.
Yeah.
It's honestly is exciting.
It's mentally pleasing to be on a schedule.
Oh God.
Yeah, routine's nice. Yeah.
It's hard to make a routine when you're making a schedule yourself.
Yeah, my schedule is fucked, but I have a routine.
Oh,
I don't
good.
know if that makes
yeah, no, I know. I see what you're saying.
Like I'll go to bed at 4 or 5 a.m. But
your work still gets done the next day.
My work still is getting done. So
you still brush your teeth, you wash your ass, and you continue
I shower like every 2 weeks or something like that. But
I was watching this TikTok today where people are like, they make 7 days into like 21 days or some shit where it's like they mentally like came up with this concept where it's like, okay, I wake up at 5 a.m. every day to 11 a.m. That's day 1. I'm gonna plan this, and this in day 1. Day 2 is from 11 to 5 p.m.
Yeah.
I'm gonna plan this, and this between that point, and then from 5 to like 11, a proper bedtime. Because diet and sleep are 2 of the biggest things for your mental.
You know, capacity. I stand by that all the time.
So it's like.
Because remember when we talked about this downstairs? Remember I told you how my schedule was? Because I kind of, when I seen that video, I was like, oh shit, I do that. Because remember I used to tell you, right? I'd come here in the morning, I'd record with you, I'd go home, I'd clean, get ready for work, then I go to work 1 to 9, then I'll get out and go to the gym. I was legit separating my days. In the morning I was editing, recording, and doing everything with you. And my girlfriend's like, how the fuck do you do all of this? I'm like, you just plan ahead. You compartmentalize and everything. You just move forward. Like it's just a matter of what you got to do.
Sometimes I feel like people just don't realize how much time they're wasting. So.
Yes. The only time of the day that you can account for and make an excuse is 8 hours because that's when you're sleeping. Other than that, you have an extra 16 hours, 8 hours to work, right? So, okay, boom, that's 16 hours of your day gone. You have another 8 hours to play around with that. If you spend 4 watching TV, then you plan 4 smoking weed, you're gonna feel like you've done nothing. You can plan around. You can really make it work if you put yourself on a plan and a schedule. It's not easy. I say it like it's fucking easy, but it's not.
Nah, I mean nothing worth it is easy, but I had to cut out like I still smoke weed, but like I had to like cut it out of my routine.
Mm-hmm. Because it just takes up time. It's not bad, but it takes up time.
Yeah.
It takes up time. You just simply don't want to do anything when you're high.
Yeah, like if I'm like No,
that's what I've been like. I slowed down as well because I definitely realized I was like, man, this is just getting in the way. Like I'm not even enjoying it at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I only if I'm gonna do it now, it's gotta be at the end of the day, at the end of the night. You know?
I'm glad I've never gotten into it.
Or if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go eat dinner, I'm gonna smoke, I'm gonna chill, and then go to bed. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I'm still trying to do shrooms sometimes.
Shroomies, bro?
My
boy wants to do it over Christmas break, and my boy
wants to open a shroom restaurant. He legit wants to open a restaurant where they sell like food and like infused with shrooms in it.
Yeah,
it's getting more open.
I don't know about shroom infused, but I know there's restaurants in Cali, I believe, that have like it's all like edible meals. But the permits you have to get take fucking forever.
Oh yeah. He wants to do it because he has I think it's called like GERDs. It's where like no, it's not GERDs. It's actually something worse where his intestines are all swollen. He can't even drink water. So the only thing that helps is weed and shrooms. And shrooms is easier because it costs less and you can do a smaller dose.
Yeah.
And then weed just costs more because everybody fucking does it and they charge you more. But the whole concept was because of that. So now he wants to open one where he has. I think he wants to do weed in it too. He asked me to help him create a menu and to help him create the like plans for payment and shit like that. And I was like, yeah, I got you, bro. Whenever you need me to, because I'm really good with the finances. But yeah,
I think this is
that's a good episode.
This is good right here because it's getting cold in here. It's getting dark out. This is a sunroom. But yo, Dimitri, thank you so much for coming on. Joel, always. But guys, thank you for coming back after our little break. We appreciate it so much. This is episode 10. See you.
See you later.
Bye. Bye.